Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Megan Graham, and today I am here to talk to you about the LifeWave patches. And the thing that I chose to talk about today is to talk about why I will not even consider ever buying my patches on Amazon. I know that a lot of people are going to hear me say this and they're going to be like, oh, it's because you sell the patches, you want me to buy them from you. Well, yeah, of course. I would love for everybody to come and be my client, but it's actually not about that. And I want to explain to you why. So this is a question, at least, Poppy, come here. My little my little Yorkie is over to the side snorting. So at least once a week, this question is posed to me, and people will say, I saw them on Amazon, or I saw them on eBay or Walmart, and shouldn't I buy these patches in these places? So first of all, I just want to explain, I am a brand partner. I have been a LifeWave brand partner for 2 years. I've signed up over 1,200 people at this point for patches, and I have personally helped all the folks that sign up with me to get started, to know how to get the best prices, all of that. I buy these patches like everybody else. LifeWave does not send me free patches. They don't pay me to make these videos. I pay full price like everyone else, although I do know how to find the best pricing. And could I go on and buy them in other places? I could, but I know better and I choose not to. So that should tell you something. If I've been working with the company for over 2 years and I have tons of experience with these patches, and I would never, ever, ever order them from Amazon, this should really tell you something. So first of all, what would be the first reason why we wouldn't want to buy patches from Amazon? Alfie, that's enough. Sorry, my Yorkies just wait to make a lot of noise until I'm actually filming my live stream, but we're just going to go with it because that's how live streams are. First of all, I actually used to be an Amazon seller. A lot of people might not know this. I sold over $300,000 of beauty products that I manufactured abroad and had shipped to Amazon. So I do know the Amazon business quite well. And what a lot of people don't know is Amazon is not necessarily working. They could be working with the company, but Amazon gets shipments of products from individual people, which means, I don't know if you've seen the news stories, but a lot of people, they were doing testing on supplements, and there were a lot of counterfeit supplements on Amazon. So if you don't already know this, I can't tell you what to do, but I do buy quite a few supplements for my health. I also would never, ever in a million years purchase a supplement from Amazon. I always go straight to the manufacturer or straight to a trusted source like Fullscript, because if I'm getting a supplement, I don't want some random counterfeit supplement that has something in it that we don't know what it is, right? So that is one issue. Now, why would there be counterfeit patches on Amazon? This is actually a pretty simple thing. When a lot of people don't know this, because obviously most of the people that are shopping for patches, they're not brand partners, right? They don't know anything about LifeWave. Here is what happens when you sign up as a brand partner with LifeWave. LifeWave is going to give you a brand partner agreement that you read, hopefully, and you agree to. In that agreement, all brand partners agree that they will not sell patches on eBay. They will not sell patches on Amazon. They will not sell patches online. So if a brand partner, so say I said, wow, I want to sell patches on Amazon. I'm just going to put LifeWave patches on Amazon. They're upside down. If I were to put these patches as a brand partner on Amazon, and LifeWave would find out that I did that, they're going to take away my brand partner account and I can never have one again. So any brand partner in their right mind is not going to be selling you patches on Amazon. Just a quick story. You may have heard of something, it's called a Clarisonic face washing tool. It's like a battery operated face washing tool. I bought one on Amazon. It was over $120. This was probably 8 years ago. Over $120. I used it for probably 2 weeks and it broke. I called to get a replacement. I called Clarisonic, and Clarisonic said that's not a real serial number. So the Clarisonic that I bought, which Clarisonics actually, they would take a lot of work to manufacture a dupe or a counterfeit. Someone had made a fake Clarisonic, which was not under warranty because it wasn't real. And unknowingly, I bought the fake item. So for me, I mean, truly, I try not to buy on Amazon for different reasons. One is that it's demolishing small businesses. So if you know anybody that has a brick and mortar business and they're actually paying to sell products, it's Amazon is not really good for their business. So I don't shop on Amazon regardless, but if I want real patches that actually are going to work and do something, I'm not going to buy them on Amazon. LifeWave as a company does not sell these patches on Amazon. So you might think that you're doing something convenient. You might think that you can just pick them up and you're going to get them from Amazon. That's not happening. Chances are, I mean, I don't know. I just highly, highly doubt that those patches are real. So now I've never actually looked for patches on Amazon simply because I wouldn't ever be buying on patches on Amazon. But what I also wanted to tell you is if you're looking to buy these patches on Amazon, you are, first of all, most likely you're getting a counterfeit, fraudulent product. You're also paying way more. It's terrible. You're paying more than if you actually just went to the LifeWave website where you're going to get a guarantee with LifeWave and they would give you your money back if you didn't like the product. If you buy these patches, you get X39 on Amazon, you can't call LifeWave and get a refund if you don't like them because you didn't purchase them through LifeWave. And so you're not actually going to be able to return those patches. So I was just glancing through here and looking on my phone, and I don't know if anyone has ever looked. This is actually pretty stunning to me. They're selling LifeWave X39 for $172.46 for one package of patches. Even if you bought them retail, so my link is always, by the way, it's always in the description of the video. So if you're looking to work with me as a client, my email is there. You can email me. I walk people through this whole thing all the time. Worst case scenario, if you order through me retail, which I wouldn't suggest you do, the patches are going to be $150. So they're never going to be $172. The smarter ways to order, the next best way to order would be to order as a subscriber. The patches are going to be, they say $99.95. Let's say they're $100. Again, you're buying something on Amazon, which most likely is counterfeit. We don't know where it's coming from. It's not coming from the company. It's not coming from a good brand partner because they're not going to be selling their patches on there. They know that it's against policy and they'll lose their whole business that way. So if you order it, and then there's even another way. So there are various ways to order as a brand partner where if you order several sleeves or several months of X39 at the same time, you could be getting your patches for $85 a package. And so imagine $85 times 2 is still less than $172. It's kind of besides the point with the pricing though, because again, we don't really want to buy something that isn't real. So yesterday on my YouTube, a gentleman came on and he said, I looked at your website and it says $100. And then I looked at Walmart and they're $20. I don't know how to tell you this, but if it seems too good to be true in life, it's too good to be true. My godmother taught me this. If you see the patches for $20, there's no way you're buying real patches. It's common sense. Do not waste your money. You don't have to buy through me, buy through whatever brand partner you're working with. But I think so many people, they see things and they're like, oh, look at this great price. You should look a gift horse in the mouth in this case, because if they're selling the patches for $20, you're not getting real patches. It's truly that simple. I wouldn't sell someone a sleeve of X39 for $20. My lowest cost that I'm getting these patches for is $85. So how would I turn around and sell a real thing of patches for $20? It's literally impossible. So let's even put aside the fact that you're probably getting counterfeit patches on Amazon. And by the way, if you're I mean, this is just, oh, I don't even have a patch in here. This is an empty one because my new patches are arriving today. But what I do want you to understand is it's not that hard to manufacture something and make it look just like the real thing. I never did that, obviously, but I have a friend who is in the manufacturing business in Vietnam and in China. And trust me when I tell you, you can take a product, you can send it over, and they can duplicate that product for you. Doesn't mean it's going to do the same thing. It doesn't mean that if it looks like this patch, it's going to do what the patch does. So first of all, we want real patches. We don't want to put things on our body or in our body if we don't know that it's the real thing. That should be obvious. And secondly, and this is really important, you might think when you're buying patches that it just doesn't matter. I'm just going to buy these patches. I'm going to stick them on my body. I know everything and it's just going to work. You might have that experience. In my experience, most of my clients, so I do this, I'll say full time. I work with LifeWave and I also work with quite a few other brands, and I help people. I help people as a consultant. So for instance, today I was on WhatsApp and I was writing back and forth with one of my clients that's in London. I was helping her to figure out how to order patches at the cheapest price and a few other things like that. Another one of my clients that is based in North Carolina, we were writing back and forth. She just got her patches. She wanted to ask me some questions about how she should start X39 and then how she should start carnosine. And so they directly contact me, whether phone call, text, or email, and I actually answer their questions. So first of all, if you're ordering them through Amazon, you're most likely not getting real patches. I don't know how in the world those would be real patches, which is why I'm not ordering them that way. Secondly, you're not going to get any support. If you have a question, there's no one to talk to. While I was actually messaging with a woman in South Africa that is signing up with me as a brand partner, she said, how much more is it for me to sign up with you? Because I know you're going to be helping me. And I was like, it doesn't cost you extra to sign up with me. This is part of when you sign up with me, you get my personal attention, you get access to me, to my private Facebook group, to my phone number. You have someone to help you. And whether you sign up with me or you sign up with another brand partner, the idea of having a brand partner is having someone that can answer your questions, a real person that's worn the patches, that has experience, that can troubleshoot for you, that can give you tips, and doesn't have to give you like just every bit of information that's available on the internet, but just exactly what is tailor-made to you so that you can have the best experience. So you're not going to have that on Amazon. And that's just putting aside the fact that you're probably getting a fake product. So that is why I don't buy things on Amazon. I don't buy supplements. I don't buy patches. I know even the way that Amazon is advertising these. So I looked up LifeWave patches Amazon and it said LifeWave stem cell patches. We're not allowed to say that as brand partners. We're not allowed to say stem cell. We're not allowed to advertise them that way. We're not allowed to make claims. So Amazon is actually making claims that the company would tell them not to make, which tells you it's not coming from the company. So anyway, those are some of the different things. When you work with LifeWave, you're obviously going to be able to return your product. Like, I think it's really important before you buy anything in life that you understand the return policy, because I don't know if this has ever happened to you in life, but I once bought a mattress and it was supposed to be a replica of another mattress that I bought. And I was like, well, this is easy. I'm just going to buy the same mattress. It will be great. It wasn't great. It was a completely different mattress than the first one. It was rolled up. It smelled bad. It was a different color. And I called the company to return it. And guess what? They didn't really have a return policy. And I was stuck with a $3,500 mattress, which there was no way that I could ever sleep on. So, even though I love the patches, I think LifeWave is great. I use them all the time. I've been using them for years. My family wears them. I wear them. I help people with them and I believe in them. I also always make it known that LifeWave has an excellent return policy, because what if you're one of the people that doesn't like them? What if you're one of the people that wants to return them? That is okay. You have every right and should return something if you don't like it. And you should know that you can do that, because in this day and age, things are expensive, and we want things that work with our bodies and are what we expect them to be. And if they're not, we need to be able to return them. Does anybody have any questions or just want to bring anything into the conversation? I know I talk a lot, but I like to, because obviously I am not everybody's personal brand partner or upline. I obviously don't have these personal conversations with everyone, but I really like to get on here and just talk about these questions that people are asking me online and just kind of go into depth with them. I think a lot of people, especially that don't have my experience as an Amazon seller in the past. I actually don't work with Amazon anymore at all. A lot of people might not know the inner workings of Amazon, and they might not understand that individual people can be sending in items. And although I do think Amazon tries to make sure that items are real, I think it's impossible for them to make sure that everything that comes in is real. And even if, like, one of the things that I've heard is that even if, let's say you're ordering from a supplement company and they're selling on Amazon, because there is commingling of inventory, even that company can't guarantee that if they are selling something, their item is going to be what's shipped out. So that is why I avoid it, because every dollar really counts. And I know it seems so easy to be able to do that one-click shopping. But once you get burned and you get a counterfeit product, you realize that it's just not worth it, especially for anything that you're putting into your body. And I do know you're not putting these into your body, but for $172, I could get you 2 months of patches that are real, not counterfeit, and you would have my help. And other brand partners can do the same darn thing. They just have to know the best ways to get you the best prices. So just know that you might think you're saving money, but in the end, if you're getting a counterfeit product, you're actually not saving money, you're wasting money. And what then can happen is, you get a counterfeit product, you wear it for 30 days, and guess what? You're not going to feel any different. Your skin's not going to look nicer. Your sleep isn't going to feel better. You're not going to have more physical stamina. And then you're going to walk away and say, oh, you know what? I don't think LifeWave is real because I didn't feel anything with these patches. That's because you bought a plastic sticker. You didn't buy a phototherapy device. So anyway, feel free to add anything. And thank you for adding that. I'm glad it makes sense to you. Feel free to add anything into the comments and feel free to ask me after the fact. I know I talk a lot, but that's just my nature. If you are buying them in any of those places, that's my best advice. You don't have to buy them with me. You could buy them with any brand partner that's going to support you. But know that, no, you don't want to buy patches on eBay, Amazon, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace. You don't know what you're getting. Go directly to the company. And LifeWave is shipping to well over 80 countries. So wherever you live, you don't actually need to be ordering your patches through Amazon. There's always a legitimate way to get them. And that's always the best way to do it. So I hope everybody has a beautiful day. If you are not already signed up for LifeWave and you would like my help, my email is in the description of this video. And my email is right at the top. So this is for new clients or existing clients of mine. And if you would like help in signing up and you're interested in potentially signing up with me, I often do it. If you want help on the phone, I often sit on the phone with people. We go through the process. We do the sign up. It is a confusing process at times. So just know that I don't mind helping you. That is my job and I enjoy chatting with people. So feel free to reach out. And I really hope that this helped you. And Gail said also, you don't have a person that you can talk to directly who is knowledgeable about the LifeWave products. That is absolutely right, Gail. And I think that that's so important because I will say, I just got a comment. I'm sorry, I love to talk, but I got a comment on my LifeWave today, or my LifeWave YouTube, and someone said, oh, I got these from someone at church and I didn't feel anything and it was a month, so they don't work. And they were like, this is a placebo. And, if that were, obviously, if I had signed up that person First of all, we would have had some realistic expectations, and that is we would have filled out something before they started using the patches so that we could assess exactly how they're feeling. I would have asked them, how's your sleep? How's your nutrition? And are you ready to use these for at least 3 months? If you don't give these patches 3 months, and you can disagree, you can say everything should be just a straight up miracle in 30 days. And if I'm going to give it 30 days, and if I don't feel like Superman in 30 days, I'm giving up. But you didn't get into how you feel in life in 30 days. And even if you were working out, having the best quality protein, resting beautifully, even your physical body wouldn't look that different in 30 days. And we're talking about, like, I am basically a bodybuilder, not like the bodybuilder like you think of with like Popeye muscles, but I'm a bodybuilder. And so realistically, I know that if I'm looking to put on lean muscle, maximum as a 49-year-old woman, I might be able to put on, maybe if I'm lucky, a half a pound a month. But when people get these patches, they're like, I gave it 30 days, and they're usually thinking there's something wrong with me and it's not different. And it may never be different. I'm going to be totally honest. Let's not overpromise with these patches. Some things may change and some things may not. But these aren't marketed as these are going to fix all of your problems. And that's really important to know. These are a wellness boost. These are a catalyst. These are a reminder for your body to work properly and beautifully as God intended for it to work when you were born. To me, that's what they are. And so let's not say these are a treatment or a cure, because they're not. But miracles do happen for people. It just depends on what does happen. But what I can tell you, out of all of my clients and all of the people that I've spoken to at length over these past few years, yes, some things happen quickly. Like I spoke to a client, it's been 1 month, and I just wrote her and said, how was your holiday season? How is the patching going? Anything happening? And she said, I've had hip pain and knee pain for years, and it's significantly better. That was really fast. That was a month. And I didn't sell her the patches and say that was going to happen, because I didn't know that was going to happen. But that was very fast. I think usually, it's a little bit longer. For my clients, when they're noticing changes, very, very subtle, more energy, more motivation, better sleep, maybe their skin is glowing, things like that. And Ray, thank you so much. I do try to over deliver, because if you don't know this about me, guys, I am a brand partner, but I have dealt with chronic illness and still am continuing to drop symptoms and get better myself. And I find meaning in my ever having experienced chronic illness by having the opportunity to help other people and giving them crib notes on certain modalities and shortcuts that might help them change their health and wellness faster. Now, I never try to be a practitioner, and I never try to tell you should do this, but I like to give people ideas, even beyond what I sell and share, because I know that I've come across a lot of stuff, and I hope to over deliver so that I can help people get out of the tailspin of chronic illness faster. Because sometimes you can feel hopeless and helpless, and it really just, it helps a lot when you can help other people. So that's why I over deliver, because I want to make a difference. Amanda says, I bought from eBay last month. I'm so sorry. A tight month. It said welliness instead of wellness. That's bad. That sounds like a made in China mistake patch. Also, it attempted to say they were manufactured in Ireland, but forgot the I, wrote a note back to them, etc. They wanted me to remove my negative chat, exposing them. I love the patch, has made great differences in 15 months. And right there, Amanda, I'm glad that you figured it out, and I hope you got your money back. But yes, those are some of the things that you see with counterfeits. And even, by the way, when I was in the beauty business and I was selling my own products, I had someone contact the factory where I manufactured my products, and they sent a picture of the product that I made, and they asked them to copy my product exactly so that they could steal my product that I had designed. So it's not only LifeWave patches, but let's just say it's not very hard to make something that looks like this. So just important to know. I'm glad that you found the real thing though, Amanda. It says they won't give it back because I won't change my comment. It was worth it to help others. Well, just a little, if you may have already done it, but I would definitely say, I mean, I can't tell you what to do, but you can always file an eBay dispute. I have done that before. I actually bought a very expensive pair of designer boots once. And when I got the boots, I happened to actually be replacing an identical pair of boots. And when I got the boots, it was really clear that they were different. And I did get my money back. So if the seller won't replace the product, many times eBay will replace the product. And by the way, Amanda, I don't know if I can help you, but if you need me to write a note to eBay or anything like that, I'm always happy to write a note for you too. And Bro Dim V says, in the Philippines, most of what we purchase comes from China. Our X39 patches are made. Oh my goodness, that is not a legitimate. Oh, bro, I'm so glad that you wrote me. So, bro, just so you know, I am a brand partner even for China. I know that sounds really funny. My LifeWave website and my support works all over the world. So if you would like, send me an email. LifeWave is in China. And here's what's really interesting. So I have clients in China, Singapore, France, Australia, Ireland, the UK, Canada, Malaysia. I have clients in about probably 50 countries now. And what's really cool, and brand partners, if you're on here, there is a setting, and you don't have to help people in other countries. It's easy for me to do, so I do it. There is a setting on your website where you can actually change it so that your website is available internationally. So, bro, if you go into my YouTube description, you're going to see my email. You can either contact me and I can tell you exactly how to do it. I talk with people on WhatsApp all the time, whether through just texting and chatting or talking on the phone. Or you can actually click on the site, on the replicated site that's in the description, go up to the flag and choose China, and you can order patches directly through me or any brand partner that you would choose to order with just by choosing the China option. It's going to be the same shipping. And just so you know, most of my international brand partners, like I just signed up a brand partner today in London, and I was also signing up a different brand partner in South Africa. My brand partners or my international clients often choose to be brand partners, not necessarily because they want to sell and share. It is rare for people to want to join to have a big business. Most people join because they want to feel better, and that's a great reason. So anyway, you can join as a brand partner. You can get several patches at the same time, save on shipping, etc., and get the best pricing. But your patches are definitely not real patches. That's never the manufacturer. So you're definitely getting some knockoff patches. I'm so glad I had this conversation. I'm so curious too. Do you have more questions about it? Does anybody want to add anything to the conversation? I feel like I haven't done a YouTube about this in a long time. And it's funny because every time I think about jumping on with this, it just always feels like everyone's going to feel like, oh my gosh, she's just trying to get us not to buy on Amazon. I want you to get the real patches. I want you to have the real experience. I want you to feel the difference and support your body. And you're not going to support your body by getting a knockoff, because a knockoff isn't going to do what the patch does. So I hope that this was helpful for everybody. It's definitely a passionate subject for me. And just so you know, when I started several years ago, when I heard about these patches through my best friend that's actually in the medical field, she told me about them, and usually she would get me products because she has a professional discount on everything. And, back then, even I would not have known that buying them on Amazon was a bad idea. The reason that I signed up as a brand partner is she just said, look, even if you don't sell or share, which she said you're probably not going to. She was totally wrong. No offense. She's lovely. She just didn't know how much these were going to change my life. And I guess none of us could foresee the future that I would be passionate about them and want to share them with so many people. But anyway, I joined just because I wanted the best prices. I was really sick at the time. I couldn't get out of bed most of the time. I couldn't drive a car. My memory wasn't functioning well. It was a very, very sad time where I just couldn't participate in my life as a normal. I think I was 46 or 47 at the time. And I felt like I was just being a terrible wife because I couldn't really do anything to help my husband. I wasn't fun. I wasn't spending time with friends. And so I was definitely not trying to start a business. I didn't have the capacity to do so. I just joined as a brand partner so that I got the best pricing because I didn't really have a lot of money to buy products. And I was trying to do it, in a very frugal way. And then when I started feeling the effects, I decided to share them and just share my true experience. So anyway, I hope that this helps you guys. I really appreciate you coming on. And I always love it when you jump into the conversation. So thank you so much for it really makes it fun for me when you guys come in and you jump in the comments and you share things. And just know you don't have to only share or talk about what I'm talking about. You can throw whatever you want to put into those comments in there. And I just wanted to say that it's always a really nice crowd here. So thank you for your kindness. Thank you for lifting everybody up on here. Thank you for lifting me up. And thank you for listening today. It was really nice to be here. Hope you enjoy my video. And just remember, get your patches directly from LifeWave. And last thing, know that if you go to LifeWave and you see the thing and you say, am I signing up with a brand partner or do you want to sign up as a guest? Do not check guest. There is no such thing. I don't even know why LifeWave, no offense to LifeWave, I don't know why they call it a guest checkout. Your guest checkout is not a guest checkout. You're still doing all your information. It's still just as much work. What happens is you get a random brand partner. You don't know who that person is. They may never contact you, but you do have a brand partner. You just don't know who they are. So a lot of people are like, oh, I ordered directly from LifeWave. Maybe they think they're saving money. Maybe they think they're saving time, but then they don't know how to use the patches. Nobody contacts them. And usually then they wind up writing me and they're like, hey, I need your help. If you want my help, and I would love to help you, sign up with me or sign up with the person that's helping you, that's going to be there by your side to make you successful. And Gail, thank you so much and Happy New Year. And Gail, thank you for signing up with me too. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for supporting me in my life, my health, and my mission. So stay healthy and stay beautiful, everybody. And if you're looking to be one of my clients, feel free to hop into the emails and I'll help you personally pick stuff out. I would love to do so. And Ray, thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad that you've learned some things in a short time. I love to talk. And if you can pull the wisdom out of it, I do think there are some good things to learn. So I appreciate you as well. And I hope that everybody has a beautiful day. Thanks, everybody. Bye.